Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Sunday. Today we're discussing why over 11 million Bitcoin are proving that Hodl is more than just a meme. People are holding on to their Bitcoin for years, in fact. And here on decrypt.co, Bitcoin worth $30 billion sits still for 5 whole years. We'll also discuss Bitcoin volatility on CoinDesk and the Istanbul upgrade on the block, crypto.com. Istanbul upgrade goes live on Ethereum. That's also being covered here on Cointelegraph.com. Let's take a snapshot look at the markets first, however, on CoinMarketCap.com. Things are up today, but it's just a little bit, but still they're up. So let's celebrate the minor victories. $205 billion total market cap. Bitcoin right now at $7,600 at 66.8% dominance. Bitcoin is up 0.38% in the last day. Here now on ccn.com, holders of over 11 million Bitcoin are proving that Hodl is not just a meme. Hodl is such a powerful and popular trading strategy in the crypto community that it has transcended into a meme. Hodlers are flexing their muscles as they refuse to sell even if they are in profits. And add to that the fact that halving is coming up and we have a recipe for Bitcoin rocket fuel. If you're not familiar with the term Hodl, H-O-D-L, I guess it unofficially stands for holding on for dear life or hold on for dear life. And it has to do with this unwillingness to sell, whether you're in profits or whether you're in losses. But here's a great meme right here. Yoda, BTC I trust, Hodl I must. And that tends to be the attitude that we have. Speaking for myself, actually, that's the attitude that I tend to have. And I know a lot of people in this space have it as well. We covered this tweet earlier in the month by @RhythmTrader. 11,580,000 Bitcoin have not moved in over a year. And even with an 85% increase in price during that time, those millions of Bitcoin were not sold or traded. Hodlers of last resort are insane, but in a good way. The argument here is that hodling is creating great value for Bitcoin. Haters like Peter Schiff always claim that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. They say that unlike gold, which can be used for electronics, Bitcoin doesn't have any utility. I would disagree with that, but that's the claim that's made. More importantly, it is not backed by anything that can prove its value. Well, Bitcoin's value comes from its scarcity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence, and on top of that, around 4 million are already lost. So the scarcity, whether you acknowledge it or not, is something real. And Matty Greenspan putting that last tweet in perspective, so that means if 11,580,000 Bitcoin have not moved in the last year, less than 6.8 million Bitcoin have changed hands in the last 12 months. And he reminds us to remember that it's scarcity that creates value. So this, in conjunction with the upcoming halving in 2020, could very well make Bitcoin valuable. This is the underpinning value that so many critics say does not exist in the space. Well, just look at the way people are treating it. People are treating it, hodlers are treating it as something valuable, as a valuable asset. On decrypt.co, Bitcoin worth $30 billion sits still for 5 years. 1/5 of the total of the Bitcoin supply hasn't been touched since 2014. Are these strong hands or lost coins? This is the next level of hodling now. So according to data sourced by blockchain analytics firm Coinmetrics, more than 1/5 of the total available Bitcoin supply hasn't been touched at all for at least 5 years. And as it stands, there is approximately 3.9 million Bitcoin worth almost $30 billion lying around unused. This is now at its highest ever value and has been steadily growing since early 2015. Now, there's one of two ways to look at this. Anybody still holding Bitcoin through such impressive gains can be considered either a seriously strong hand or unfortunately forgetful with their private keys. Either this is a very savvy investor or somebody that just forgot their passwords, maybe lost their hard drive, who knows, or passed away. You never know. These things happen, unfortunately. And according to BitInfo charts, there are plenty of addresses that have been dormant for more than 5 years that contain huge sums of Bitcoin. Like Satoshi Nakamoto once said, this is like the sacrificial asset that even if it's untouched or lost completely, at least it adds value to everybody else that is active in the market by virtue of being sedentary out there in some wallet, albeit dormantly. Looking at the list of the top 100 dormant addresses containing the most Bitcoin, these addresses hold a total of 3.45% of the available Bitcoin supply, with an average balance of 6,506 Bitcoin, equivalent to almost $50 million. The largest of these addresses currently holds 79,957 in Bitcoin, which is now worth more than $600 million compared to just $32 million 5 years ago. That is some serious growth. Many contend that some of these coins, if not all of them, likely belong to Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious inventor of Bitcoin. Let's see if these hodlers maintain their positions over the next few years and they continue to hold, they continue to be patient. Perhaps it is the fact that either they're deceased or they lost their private keys or they forgot about it. Who knows? I think it's pretty hard to forget about 79,000, almost 80,000 Bitcoin. I don't think I would forget about that personally. But I suppose time will tell. Again, one of the variables here, just one of many that makes Bitcoin more and more valuable as time goes by. So now that we've explored a couple of optimistic angles, let's take the flip side of the coin and discuss some of the negatives that are out there. Unfortunately, on Coindesk.com, you can take a look at this article. Bitcoin volatility is up, but liquidity is stagnant. Galen Moore is a senior research analyst at CoinDesk, and the following article originally appeared in Institutional Crypto by CoinDesk, a weekly newsletter focused on institutional investment in crypto assets, and you can sign up for that as well. So the idea here in general is that volatility has increased when it comes to Bitcoin in 2019, but liquidity has remained stagnant, and this is often in terms of what the economists and the analysts have to say, this is a challenge for growing this space and for securing the future value of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So take a look at this article in full. We'll link to it in the description below. But what we want to do now is take a look at the Istanbul upgrade for Ethereum here on Cointelegraph.com. Ethereum Istanbul, faster, but still not the world computer. Vitalik Buterin has claimed that Ethereum will support 3,000 transactions per second after the upcoming Istanbul fork. Here's what he tweeted. Account abstraction, first-class smart contract wallets, Casper proof of stake, resource-efficient light clients, optimistic rollup, 3,000 and more transactions per second post-Istanbul, non-interactive ZKPs for privacy and scalability. Your staking will be rewarded, much more TPS post-sharding. So here's the analogy. Let's say that you own an Apple store and there's an ever-growing line of customers waiting to buy the newest iPhone. The more customers you have, the more the profit, which is good. If you're having trouble accepting the amount of money people want to give you in order to use your service, you are doing well. You wouldn't complain in that situation, but yet you're not optimized to meet the demands of those lineups that are forming outside your store. If operationally you could speed things up, you'd be much more profitable even. And the quote, world computer isn't a thing apparently. So it turns out that achieving consensus over computation is very expensive and therefore as slow as molasses. Istanbul will make Ethereum's consensus a bit faster, but the term world computer seems hyperbolic, as it suggests there could be a singular device that handles the world's computational needs. It doesn't even get close at 3,000 transactions per second. Ethereum's current state is more akin to a trust machine, to borrow the name of Alex Winter's blockchain documentary, than a world computer. In closing here, one of the great things about the increase in performance is simply to increase the capacity of existing applications and to enable more similar applications to run on Ethereum. But the performance increase from Ethereum Istanbul seems unlikely to produce as yet unseen types of applications. So this is the sort of thing, I'm on the less technical side myself personally. I don't really know if this has borne fruit just yet. But certainly Vitalik Buterin has made some lofty promises. His ambitions are high, and so Istanbul will have to be judged against the specific claims that he has made. You can also read about that development here on theblockcrypto.com. Istanbul upgrade goes live on Ethereum. Fresh article from the 7th of December. Ethereum's latest network upgrade, Istanbul, has gone live at block number 9,069,000. Istanbul contains 6 distinct upgrades to improve performance, adjust the costs of opcodes, enable Ethereum and Zcash to interoperate, and enable more creative functions via contracts. All right, that wraps it up for today. But hey, make sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, on Telegram, and on Twitter as well. Keep checking back into the website too. It is altcoinbuzz.io. That's where you can keep up to date with all the latest and greatest breaking news. And when it comes to news, make sure you check the description of our videos. That's where we link to everything that we discuss on a daily basis. The description also has information. You can check out how to get your hands on a $50 MCO card. That's courtesy of crypto.com, as well as info on how to sign up for our newsletter so you can stay even more up to date. But right now, we have another contest to discuss. We have contests every single week, and this upcoming Saturday, we are giving away yet another CryptoTag Zeus starter kit. All you got to do is make sure you're subscribed to Altcoin Buzz on YouTube. You got to like the video between now and Saturday. You got to comment on the video, and a winner will be selected at random. You may as well throw your hat into the running. You could be the winner of our CryptoTag Zeus starter kit. So best of luck if you choose to invest, and we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.